Belkan War shrouded in history. But now, a decade after the peace accords, a portion of the records was finally released. I quickly got a hold of it. Wanting more details, I acquired information from unknown sources. There was a reason for my obsession. The roots of the war lie in the
Belkan federal law review that took place in 1988.
Belkan, suffering from economic strife, permitted its eastern territory to secede, and the Republic of Ustio was born.
Campera número uno, Ustio.
Not subside. Meanwhile, taking advantage of the situation, the world superpower Osea continued to flourish. Amidst the economic panic, an extreme right-wing party took power within Belkan, aiming to restore strength and stability to the nation. And on March 25th, 1995, with the discovery of natural resources in Ustio, Belkan began to invade its neighbors. It was the beginning of the Belkan War. Unprepared, each country fell quickly before the might of the legendary Belkan Air Force. In just a few days, they occupied all territories except for the mountain range. In response, the occupied Ustio government military placed all their hopes on a joint operation between Osea and the foreign mercenary forces. This, of course, can be found in any history book. But I noticed a strange similarity in the materials I gathered. There were several accounts about a mercenary, all followed by the code word, demon. But most of the information was incomplete. Still, I was intrigued. I decided to pursue the history of the Belkan War through this mercenary. I was certain I would find something there. Would it be the hidden truth behind the war, or just another battlefield legend? I wasn't able to meet the mercenary himself. Actually, it's questionable if he ever did exist.
The fuck you say, blue little shit?
But thanks to some old friends in the military, I was able to track down several individuals who knew him. Soloing is one such man.
Operation Rosaline, Annex, Arlen.
We must regain control over Route 171, which runs through Arlen, to secure a transit route for our ground troops. There are bridges along this route, 3 over the Osea River, all heavily guarded by the Belkan Armored Corps. Securing this route is critical to Ustio's attack on the Belkan forces. Destroy the Belkan ground units blocking passage along this route, and secure the supply line between our forces and the Osean army.
Alright. So that's us. Look at these fuckers. Windmills. I'm gonna blow up all those shit, all that yellow shit. So let's enjoy, boys. I don't care if I don't get ads. I'm not gonna get ads anyways. It's gonna be like under 7 minutes. Alright. I don't have a lot of the jets because I'm a broke boy. Let us go. Fuck these discount Germans up. We'll do the takeoff mini games. I usually don't do it when I play, but since I'm recording, I might as well do it for the boys. Yeah, come on. Give me, there we go. This is very dangerous. Gun. So, like it said in the cutscene, the Belkan Federal Law Review 1988, they seceded a lot of territory that they held. And and later on, they were going through economic strife, like the cutscene says. And all of a sudden, Ustio, Sapin, all the likes of the countries that they just gave birth to, they reinvaded for the materials and the items that they had. And it got so bad that Ustio didn't have a basic military or air force. It didn't have an air force at the time because the Belkan Air Force had basically eradicated it. And they heavily relied on the mercenaries that they could hire with the money that they had. Because they had a lot of resources, and those resources were worth something. And those mercenaries were hired on to bolster their air forces, mainly their air force, because the Belkans had a very, 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 very good air force. In fact, back in what was essentially Strange Worlds World War I, they were the first country to get airplanes functional, and there were legendary Belkan pilots stretching all the way back then to that war in Strange World history. They'd always been revered as legendary pilots. But as we know, the Rosgrees doesn't give a damn. We have legendary aces, the Rosgrees will set you down in the grass and fuck you up more ways than one. And with this game and 5, there's a parallel. In the beginning of the game, in this game, you are what Rosgrees first comes out as, a dark demon, hence the name Demon Lord of the Round Table. At the end of the game, you just disappear with no trace, like the demon dying. And then in Ace Combat 5, War Dog is the Rosgrees that returns as great heroes. And with Ace Combat 5, you could say that the entire story is the entire fairy tale, because they cause death and destruction as War Dog, but they do it for good reasons. And then they die, technically, and are reborn as the Rosgrees. And that's why they're called the Rosgrees Air Command Squadron in the later parts of the game. And with that, I really do like the parallel because it brings in one of Strange World's most famous fairy tales. If you know about it and you've read the actual book that they released, Blue Dove for the Princess, because they actually released that book as a part of the game in Japan. And you can only find that... Fuck. You can only find that book on, like, stores now because it was only a pre-order item in Japan. They're actually working on an English translation online to American so that people who couldn't pre-order it can read it for free. Anyways, there are, for aces, as you see in here, there are a crap ton of aces. I think there's over like 200 aces. I might be wrong, there might be under 200, but there's a lot of aces. And they all have these neat little bios that tell you stuff. Some of them even tie into Ace Combat 5 and Ace Combat 4. How did I miss? I got a hit. Do you need to fix your eyesight, Thunder, Eli? But with Ace Combat Zero, you get 3 starter planes instead of 1. You get the F5 Tiger II, the J35J Draken, and I believe the F1. And technically, you're supposed to be using the F1 in this mission, because it's either the F1, the F5, or the J3, but the F1 is really the best because it has the UGBMs, I think. If I'm wrong, it probably has napalm, in which case use the F5. But Cipher canonically flew the J35J Draken and the F-15C. The J35J Draken was the aircraft that he listed as cannon. Oh, I didn't have any bombs. I'm an idiot. Bing.
Operation complete. Now the Allied forces can secure a military transport route. Well done, Galm team. Looks like luck was on your side again today, Solo Wing. Yeah, well, I've had my fill of going home without wings. The mission was a success.
Alright, guys. Thank you for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next one.